So what's up? So do I think there's more to Aingie Stone situation? Because I'll be sure posted something on Instagram. I do. She talked about it as I said in the video. Rest in peace to her. But she talked about a couple months ago that she was owed some money, and she said she know who took her publishing. And it's the funniest thing about that business, the crookedness of the music business. Don't matter what it says on the credits. Don't matter what it says as far as the rights. The lawyers work for the industry. It's kind of like if you couldn't afford an attorney in court and you had a public defender, the prosecution, the judge, they work together. Yeah, you get you a light sentence, but they work together to flip your pockets. That's what it works. If you don't have anyone to protect you and your assets, um, they will definitely shuffle your pockets up. And so it's a shame when you think that a woman is in her early 60s, which is too young to go, but yet been putting in the grind, because she goes back to the late 70s. You do the math, and you think about how long that's been, and all the politics and the background session work and the studio work and the album, all the stuff, and you still out here barely getting nickels on the dimes of the dollar, which are so unjust. And then you happen to live off those royalties, but they own you. That's the sad part. And I am a firm believer there's a lot more going on with the Aingie Stone story, which I've heard with countless artists. The industry owns you. Prince put slave on his face. He wasn't lying. Michael Jackson told you about Sony. He wasn't lying. George Michael told you about what he went through with Sony. He wasn't lying. It cuts through race and class, etc. But you feel it more so when you're black. You really do, more so. We never really know what happened with Sam Cooke. There have been some conspiracies even with Otis Redding. You wonder about with Aaliyah. All this stuff is suspect. All of it, how it's done, how Biggie and Tupac both went out with no money. How who's orchestrating and pushing strings. What happened with Bob Marley. What happens to these estates, and how people can eventually flip them and pimp it. So